Hi, I'm Gary White for Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television, and I'm here with Dr. Tricia Ciccone from Central Kentucky Optometric Associates. Central Kentucky Optometric Associates has offices in both Lebanon and Springfield. And today we're going to talk about it's spring, and right now it's April as we're talking, and that means some different stuff for your eyes because a lot of people have some allergies that might come around with spring.
Absolutely.
And if people start getting some itchy eyes, is it good for them to get something over the counter and do that, or should they come in and get checked out first, or what's your recommendation on that?
Well, whenever you're having a problem, it's never a bad idea to get it checked out. But sometimes you have the same problem over and over and over again, and you're pretty sure you know what's going on. So I don't think it would hurt in a lot of situations to go and get yourself something over the counter if you're busy and you know, don't have time to come on in and get it checked out. There are many different over-the-counter preparations that are meant to address the allergy issue. You have to kind of decide, are your allergies just localized to the eyes, or do you have more systemic symptoms that need a more systemic approach to the management of them? Sometimes you'll use kind of a combination of over-the-counter antihistamines, like a Claritin or a Allegra or a Zyrtec, and you might combine them with a little allergy drop. If your symptoms are specifically just your eyes, then consider yourself lucky. And you can usually treat them quite effectively with a drop. Sometimes the over-the-counter drops will be all that you need. Sometimes you need to move into a more prescription drop. You want to suppress the allergy, and for some allergies might need a little steroid added to the mix to kind of calm them down. Things like acetylzastine and just the plain strictly antihistamine drops don't really solve the problem. They just kind of react to the problem. That's probably the best way to describe that. So if your eyes are itching and watering and you have that stringy mucus discharge from them, and so, you know, that's very often allergy. And if you use an antihistamine, it just controls really the symptom of the allergy, but as soon as the antihistamine wears off, your symptoms are right back because it doesn't really interrupt the allergy cycle. So some people, while antihistamine might give you some temporary relief, for better control, it's better to move into the mast cell stabilizer drops. Those are ketotifen, Zatador is ketotifen, and those are kind of some of the first generation of the mast cell stabilizer drops. You can move into Pataday, Lasticaft, Baprive. Those are next generation or newer generation drops, and they tend to be more effective with lesser dosing. It's really hard to get insurance to cover a lot of the better allergy drops, and that's a problem that we deal with on a daily basis. You have to show failure on the other drops before you can even, for a lot of plans, to even get considered coverage for some of the better drops. That's just a battle we fight every day, to be honest with you.
But your doctor can help come up with a plan.
We can come and we can help you out with that. Ketotifen, over-the-counter ketotifen, if you're using that twice a day and you're still symptomatic, then let us know, you know, and we can use that. But we have to be able to document your use of some of the over-the-counter preparations before most insurance companies will even consider paying for some of the better, newer, more effective treatments. So things you can do too that are just help to protect you is, one, if you're indoors, you know, who wants to keep their windows closed in the spring? You know, the first thing we do is open all our windows up. And because we've been, you know, we've been inside all winter long and we want to open our windows, but again, keeping your furnace filters clean is good. Watching when you are outdoors, wear some sunglasses. Or some kind of safety glass or something to block your exposure to the antigens that get your allergies going. It also helps to take an oral antihistamine if you are having eye symptoms. Sometimes even nasal crum or Nasonex, you'll get some cross coverage when you inhale that up into your nose. You'll get some cross coverage and some help with your eyes too. But kind of avoid your exposure to the antigens. You know, if you know you're going to go outside and cut the grass, and you know when you cut the grass your eyes get itchy, put a drop in before you get out. Make sure you wear something over your eyes to help reduce your exposure to the antigens as best you can.
And as we know, it's important to wear sunglasses all year long because even in the winter, but in the summertime particularly, people think about it more.
Yeah.
And make sure, because we're closer to the sun, for getting more issues with your eyes.
Well, sure, yeah. You don't notice, sometimes in the summer you don't notice as much glare because there's leaves on the trees, and so a lot of the extraneous light does get absorbed by those leaves on the trees. But you're generally outdoors more, and you're going to have more UV exposure during the summer months or the spring and summer and fall months. So you want to make sure that you're protecting yourself from the ultraviolet light. And you're out there cutting the grass, doing the weed eating or gardening. Make sure you have got some safety glasses on. You don't want to get something in your eye or poke your eye with a plant when you're down in the gardening, bending down and hit your eye onto a rose bush or something. That I see that every year. It's,
really?
People poking their eyes when they get out in the gardens and getting hit in the eyes with rocks and things flying around from lawnmowers and weed eaters. And put that eye gear on and put that protection on.
And you can get a full line of that here at Central Kentucky Optometric Associates.
You sure can.
Great. Again, I've been talking with Dr. Tricia Ciccone from Central Kentucky Optometric Associates, offices in both Lebanon and Springfield. The Spring Carrier White for Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television.